Is real estate investing, specifically wholesaling, a better opportunity than Shopify? And that is a question I'm going to answer for you here today, because I've got a lot of customers and clients that used to do Shopify, drop shipping and all that stuff, and now they're doing real estate and they like it much better. They're making much better money, if that's such a word. And I'm going to explain to you the reasons why. And so in this video, I've got my truth and justice board. As always, anything I write on this board is 100% factual. It doesn't matter what it is. If I write here that Cris Chico is the most amazing instructor on earth here in YouTube, it's in fact true. If I write it on this board, I'm not going to do that because that would seem very pompous of me. When I talk about real estate, I talk about wholesaling. Now, just in case you're brand new to the channel, wholesaling is where we go out and we find a property owner that is willing to sell us their property at a discount. They want to sell us their property at a discount because they're trading their equity for speed and convenience. Maybe they have a property that needs a lot of work and a lot of fixing up, and so they don't want to do that. Maybe they don't have the money to fix it up. And so what they're doing is they're saying, hey, instead of putting the property, getting the property repaired with a contractor, instead of waiting waiting the couple months it's going to take in order to do that, and then putting it on the market with a real estate agent, I don't want to do that. I would rather sell it to someone directly, have them take it as is, no questions asked, and then now I can go on with the rest of my life. And so we find these people, and then we go out and we place a contract. We actually will contract with those property owners for us to buy that property. And now we can take that contract, that agreement they have with the owner, and then we can sell that agreement to another real estate investor and make a spread. And that spread could be anywhere from a couple $1,000s to as much as $90,000, which is the most I've ever made in a single deal. And I'm looking to beat that, but right now that's the most that I've ever made. And that doesn't mean that I'm not implying in any way that I guarantee that you're going to make $90,000 in a single deal. However, that goes to show you the potential that is there with this particular strategy. And so now, if you are doing Shopify right now, and maybe you're struggling with Shopify for a couple of different reasons, which I'm going to mention here in this video, or maybe you're considering the two and trying to decide where you're going to go in terms of making money and maybe creating your own work from home business, then this video may give you some really clear a different perspective on really what the options are and which one's best for you. So let's go ahead and go to it right now. And by the way, if you like this video, you like the content, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, because it makes me feel good. And my therapist, every time I go to my therapist, I tell the therapist, look, somebody else subscribed. Look how many people subscribe. And all of a sudden, we just have a much better conversation. I'm just kidding about that, but you should have a therapist. Everybody should. I'm thinking about getting one. Recommend one to me. Okay, so real estate versus Shopify. Now, first of all, is it easy? There's always a thin line between a simple business and an easy business. I would say that both of these here is real estate wholesaling, right? Of going out and doing wholesaling, and is Shopify. Are they easy businesses? I would argue that I'm going to put a check mark to here because they are simple businesses. Shopify, you're getting a product. You're either, some people do drop shipping, although drop shipping is very difficult right now, or you go out and you find a product, say from these variety of different sources, and then now you're going to go ahead and sell that on Amazon or sell it through the Shopify platform. So when I say Shopify, I'm kind of in there also adding in the Amazon, right? So that's kind of like under the umbrella. So, they're both simple businesses. However, every simple business does require a certain amount of hard work, effort, etc. So I put both of them are easy. Maybe I should have put on here, both of them are simple. Maybe that's a better word. So think of it as simple. They're both simple businesses, but are they easy? Again, the best example I can give is that when you get up in the morning and you take your car and you put the key in the ignition, and then you start to drive. That's a very simple process. But if you open up the hood, you look at underneath the hood of the car, you understand that there's a complex set of systems that all come together to make that simple process, be simple for you. And so that's the same thing here. So keep in mind is that they're both simple models to get started, but they all require a certain amount of hard work, perseverance, and stick to it. Ability to persist. Maybe that's the right word. I'm a little tongue-tied here this morning. Now, the second thing that, let's talk about inventory. So that's the thing. With inventory, with Shopify, you could do drop shipping. However, that is a much more difficult thing to do right now, drop shipping, versus what it was maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And so then I would say is with the negative with Shopify is the fact that you have to, you need inventory. You need to purchase goods. You need to do some market research in an effort to figure out if in fact the product that you have that you're thinking of selling is going to work or not. Inventory, when it comes to real estate, we have no inventory. Why? Because we're not buying a house. If we were buying a house, it would be like those people on TV where they take and they buy a property, they go to the bank, get a loan, buy a property with their own cash, and then now they own, and you own this property. So now that's your inventory, which now you have to fix up, put it back on the market to resell. With wholesaling, we're not doing that. And I should put on here real estate. I'll put it on here, which you probably can't read, which is wholesaling. We're talking about wholesaling. So with wholesaling, we don't have to do that because we put a property in the contract, and if you have the right clauses and provisions in the agreement, which you can watch some of my other trainings here on this channel, because I do offer that. If you have the right agreement and the right clauses and provisions, then you can, if you make a mistake, if the property that you thought was a good deal isn't a good deal, you can simply cancel the agreement, and you can walk away without having any sort of financial repercussions. Now, let's talk about technology. Now, the other part of here is, again, Shopify and real estate. Nowadays, there's a lot of tools available like ClickFunnels and a variety of different things that help you build a Shopify store and obviously build a funnel and pages and everything else. And also the Shopify platform itself has pages now you can build on there. So it's a very robust platform. But it does require you to have a degree of additional, like for example, with real estate, there's a requirement for you, say, having a website. But you can easily buy a website from a vendor, pay $50, and then be done with it. And that's the only amount of work you need to do. However, with Shopify and or anything like that, drop shipping or selling stuff on Amazon, the challenge that you have is that you've got to learn a lot of different things. You've got to learn. And I could put on here tech. I could also put, maybe we could put a little mark here that we could call, say, marketing, right? So with regards to Shopify, you've got to learn and understand a lot of disciplines. The technology aspect of it, you need to learn and understand. You need to learn and understand the marketing and copywriting, and there's a host of other things. So from a technology perspective, Shopify is a much harder business to get up and running and profitable than would be with the real estate wholesaling. I forgot something. Wait. I gotta get my marker, but I didn't want to do it with the marker. Well, you know what? I'll do it with the green. Please forgive me. Disruption. You know, if you think about the speed at which online shopping changes is dramatic. I mean, think about what Amazon is today versus what they were a year ago or even 2 years ago. Think about the fact that it used to be easy to do drop shipping and now it's difficult. Why? Because Amazon has really pushed the envelope, and if you can't get your product within a day or two, then you're gonna have a fit, right? So waiting 15, 20 days for drop shipping is not really feasible. And so there's a lot of things that happen in the technology field that then cause disruption and cause the business model to change quite rapidly. When it comes to real estate, real estate, there are tools available to us now that there weren't before. Like when I first started, there was no Google Street View. I had to call somebody and find somebody on Craigslist and pay for them to take digital photos of the property if I wanted to see a property that I wasn't nearby. There's so many things that are available now when it comes to real estate to help in making things better, but the fundamental aspects of real estate, the fact that it is we're putting properties on the contract that are houses, and houses haven't changed. People still need a house to live in. They still need a roof under their head. So that the fundamental core of the business has remained unchanged for the last 20 or 30 years. You can't say that. In the realm of technology, 2 years is the equivalent of 20 years in real estate. And that's how things move so quickly. And so then, that's the challenge that you have here with, say, online marketing and Shopify as a business opportunity, is the fact that my goodness, things are going to change so rapidly. By the time you figure out what you need to do and you get something working, it may already be now in its second or third edition that or reinvention that you have to go through. And so that makes it a lot more difficult. Now, the other part of it is, and I didn't specify this in this list here, but chunks of cash. It's very easy for you to go out and do a wholesale real estate deal and make yourself $15,000 to $20,000 in a single deal, one transaction. In Shopify, if you think about your average cost of product, if it was 40 or 50 bucks, you'd have to sell a lot of products because of the margins, right? If you're operating at 20% margin on a Shopify store, you have to sell a crap load of stuff. And how are you going to get that? You need traffic. You need to run ads on Facebook. And so you need to become a ninja. We talk about tech and marketing. You need to become a ninja at Shopify in terms of Facebook and Facebook ads in order to make that work. Now, with real estate investing, I actually teach real estate investors how to use Facebook ads for motivated sellers. So if you're already familiar with Facebook because you've done Shopify before, it's amazing because the amount of work required and the ninja skills required to be a successful real estate investor, generating leads for your real estate business on Facebook is like, Shopify is like this. Like, if you notice, the ceiling of my house is very big. It's like that. And when it comes to real estate, it's just like here. Like, if you want, there's a playlist that I have on my channel. Check it out. I also have it in the description that teaches you my methodology for finding motivated sellers on Facebook for your real estate wholesaling business. Check that out. If you've done Shopify before, you're going to look at this and be like, oh my God, this is child's play, Chico, child's play. I'm going to make a killing with this business. And so that's why I think that if you're thinking about an opportunity, and thinking about, man, I want to quit my job, I want to make more money, and I want to do something else, you could look at Shopify. However, you should also consider wholesaling real estate, because I think the wholesaling real estate is going to be has a greater longevity, right? So you're going to be able to do this business for much longer than you will this one. You may get this one working for you, but it's very quickly you're going to have to iterate on what you're doing here, not here. And if you're here already, if you've done Shopify, and if you're technologically savvy, the real estate business becomes even easier just because of all the tools that are out there right now that make it so easy. So that's my recommendation. Shopify or real estate. Obviously, I would say real estate wholesaling is the absolute best business to get started, to get going, and to prosper in this economy. Take advantage of it. Watch the training that I have linked in the description, as well as some of the videos that are going to pop up here, there, down there, maybe down there, wait, right there, just anywhere here. And make me a comment. Let me know if you like this video. Talk to you soon.